So how do you protect your estate from the high cost of long-term care? Hi, I'm Jeff Cooper, and I'm an estate planning and elder law attorney, and I've been helping clients since 2010 to protect their estates from the high cost of long-term care. And many of our clients come to us because they know someone, or they may have a friend or family member that knows someone who lost everything that they had after spending 3, 4, 5 years in a nursing home facility. And according to the national averages, between the amount of time that folks spend in assisted living facilities and long-term care facilities, it's 4 to 5 years, and typically about $300,000 to $400,000 goes out the door. Medicare.gov recently published a statistic that said 1 in 2 seniors will end up spending that amount of time in assisted living and or nursing home facilities. So if protecting your estate from the high cost of long-term care, protecting your spouse, and maybe protecting an inheritance for your kids is something that is on your mind, is something that has you concerned, then keep listening because this video is going to be for you. The good news is there are 3 ways to protect yourself from the high cost of long-term care. Method number 1 is use long-term care insurance. Method number 2 is life insurance with a long-term care rider. Method number 3 is a Medicaid pre-protection plan. That's a lot of P's. So let's cover all 3. So method number 1 is long-term care insurance. Now there's some problems with long-term care insurance. Many of the policies indicate that if you never use them, you simply threw the money away. And so for that reason, many clients don't want to buy those policies. Now, some will buy a rider that says they get some of that money back if they never use it, right? But that means it's a more expensive policy. The second problem with long-term care insurance policies is that the premiums have been jumping and jumping and jumping over the years, and they're very, very expensive to buy now. Also, I got an email from a client last week telling me that their premiums on their long-term care insurance had doubled this year from $3,000 to $6,000, and they wanted to know what their other options are. So let's cover the other 2 options, which are life insurance with a long-term care rider. So life insurance, meaning that you are buying a life insurance policy. When you pass away, it's permanent insurance, meaning it never goes away. It's not term. So when you pass away, your family will get the value of that life insurance policy. However, if you need to go into a nursing home before you die, you get to use up that life insurance value at the nursing home or assisted living facility, or even using in-home care. And so I am finding that many clients are opting to do the life insurance with the long-term care rider rather than the old school long-term care policies, okay? And then the third and final way is what's called a Medicaid pre-protection plan. And so this Medicaid pre-protection plan means that your goal is to set up your estate, your affairs in such a way that your assets are protected, your home is protected, your investments are protected, your vehicles are protected, your assets are protected, and you will qualify for Medicaid to pay for your care. So this is a way to pay for your long-term care in a nursing home, because Medicaid, under most circumstances, won't pay for assisted living, and under no circumstances is going to pay for care that you might need in your home. And so if the main concern that you have is how do I protect against that worst case scenario that I wind up in a nursing home, a Medicaid pre-protection plan might make a lot of sense for you. So what does that look like? A Medicaid pre-protection plan will have several different components, but the bottom line is that we are protecting your real estate and your investments with a plan so that if you go to the nursing home, your spouse gets to keep those, and you get to qualify for Medicaid to pay for your care. And then when you pass away, we want to make sure that those assets are continued to be protected for your children or for your other beneficiaries that you want to leave that money to, and that creditors such as Medicaid can't come after those assets that were left behind in your estate, right? So those are the 3 ways to protect your estate from the high cost of long-term care, which averages about $100,000 a year. And most people will find that they spend 4 to 5 years in a nursing home if they end up going. And so if protecting your estate is something that it sounds like you want to do, if that $100,000 a year number is something that scares you or concerns you a little bit, then maybe you should sit down and talk to an attorney like myself about your 3 options and about which one makes the most sense for you. Okay? So if you got some value out of this, share it with a friend that you know might need this information. And if it sounds like something that you need, feel free to pick up the phone and give us a call, or somewhere around here is a way to contact me. So till next time, take care.